Hello, hello, hello. Yep, that was on set like that because I was watching somebody before. Right, I've nearly finished this sock, and I will finish this sock because I've got the toe to do. Got about that much more to do, and then I've got the toe to do, which is going to be in the same colour as the heel, which is black. So just quickly do this. What I also might do is I have to make some promo posters for book relating stuff. So what I might actually do one day is actually make the posters and show you how I make my posters. Let me know if anybody's interested in that because it's it's not that hard. Because there's two things I use, which is PicMonkey and, believe it or not, PowerPoint. I do occasionally use Photoshop, just not that often, because I'm still learning on Photoshop. I'm not as I'm not as proficient as some YouTubers are on Photoshop. So yeah. When I get the new computer, which touch wood should be soon, should be anytime in the next couple of months, cross fingers. I'm slowly saving up for it. What I'm going to do is I'm hopefully going to get a little webcam so that when I'm doing art stuff, you'll be able to see what I'm doing, and when I'm doing knitting, I'll have a camera here, so say here, so you can see actually what I'm knitting. Because as it is, I have to sit like this for you to see what I'm doing, because of the settings on my streaming thing, because of the way my computer is. So, because the webcam on my computer is pants, so it's not that bad. But the camera I use for recording for YouTube, I can't really use as a webcam because it doesn't have that ability. So yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to get the new computer that I need, and we can sort of go from there. Because this computer is like 7 years old, nearly 8, I think. So it's one of those things that so I've tried to earn a little bit of extra pennies where I can. But I have a lot of stuff going on other ventures. I've got a book coming out in 2 months. I've got a book signing the month after that here in York in the library. Then I have because we're doing a book signing for another one that's out in April. because I want to do a book signing for that in August. I'm also going to be doing a talk as well. That should be fun. Because I'm probably going to do a talk about being dyslexic and being disabled and being an author, which should be fun. But my main hobby is writing, but because of copyright reasons and because of the fact that it'd just be plain boring, I can't really live stream that. So I'm sort of utilising other hobbies I have, which is like knitting, drawing, crochet, things like that. And that will help. But once I get the new computer, I can actually start live streaming games. But the other side of that is it needs to be a laptop, which sucks because laptops and games aren't necessarily perfect for each other, shall we say, because it's a laptop. And it's not like I have the money to buy like the £2,000 gaming laptops, because I can't, because of the condition I have, I can't sit at a desk. So, which is why sitting here helps, because I can move my legs and my hip isn't under as much pressure, so I am, as compared to in an office chair. Even an office chair that's specifically made for your back, because of the spinal instability, that actually causes more issues. So, but it's one of those things that I just have to figure out like a mid ground. So I know this laptop can't hack games as well as a newer one. It won't play Subnautica, which is one of my favourite games. I actually have it. Thanks to Markiplier and Jack. But this computer can't hack it because of the CPU. But it can hack things like Sims. It's alright with your queue. It'd be alright with a lot of my husband's games, because his aren't as CPU or as memory heavy as my games are. Or they're not as memory heavy as, say, live streaming is, or anything like that. And it's one of those things that people are like, it's like, my mum would probably say, yeah, but you don't really need an expensive computer. It's like, actually I do. I need a computer that's fairly decent, that does a fairly decent job at what it's doing. You know what I mean? And it's my choice to do YouTube. It's my choice to do Twitch. It's my choice to do all the platforms that I do. Even you now. That's all my choice, my decision. But just because I do those doesn't necessarily mean that, even if I wasn't doing Twitch or wasn't doing YouTube, I'd still want a fairly decent computer so I could play some fairly decent games. Because I've been a gamer for years, because one of my friends got me hooked on EQ, which is how I met my husband. He was on a guild. When I joined with a friend, because her and her boyfriend were playing it. Because her boyfriend had got her playing it, and she got me playing it because she let me have a character on her account, and I got hooked. So I ended up buying the game, and I had to buy new computers that play it. No, I didn't. I bought a computer off them that they built for me, or something, or one of their old computers, something weird like that. Anyway, and we had a lot, and they got me hooked on the game. And when I joined, because my friend was a guild, sort of like a guild leader or something like that, on EQ, it's EQ2 by the way. She was sort of like a semi-guild leader type thing. In a guild, I joined that same guild because they knew who I was, because I'd borrowed one of her characters before and played it, and she said, "Oh, this isn't me, it's not me playing, it's Simone," blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, okay. And then when I started playing the game, it was like all Simone started, oh, bring her into guild. So it brought me into guild, and my current husband, my now husband, was in the guild. At that point, we didn't have TeamSpeak or chat, verbal chat. We had type chat. His character was Cat. His main character was Cat, and he would come and help me do quests, and he would come and help me, level up and help me if I was getting murdered, type of thing, in the game. And he was really, really nice of him, and the guild leaders were really nice. My friends were as well. When we cancelled our EQ subscription last year, which we did because only this computer can play it, and because of that, neither of us were playing because we like playing together, because this computer can't play it anymore. So my character was 85, nearly 90, not 90, I think. And I joined the guild, and we played for a long time. We were friends for 2 years before we got together. There's a whole complicated story behind that I'm not going to go into. But before we got together, we were friends for like 2.5 years. And then we got together. I moved over because of redundancy at my previous job. And the end of this month, I'll have been living here in York for 8 years. We lived with his mum and dad for a couple of years. And then my brother-in-law, my now brother-in-law, helped us get this house. Bless him. He's a good man. He's his brother-in-law. And I've had some good friends and I've had some bad friends while I've lived here. I currently have my best friend that I absolutely adore. She is currently beta reading one of my books, the book that's coming out in April. But I am quite lucky that my boss, my publishing boss, and a lot of the people that work for the company and a lot of the other authors are really, really good with me because they all know I have a disability. I'm not the only author that's dyslexic. There's a few of us. But I know one of the other people that's dyslexic, she has a medical condition, because we have a lot in common, because we both have splints and things like that. And when we crochet, it can be quite horrid on our hands, which is why I really need to get some of the crochet hooks with the thingy on the end, because it'll be easier for my hands. But my boss is actually really understanding about the fact that there will be times I can't do promo, or there'll be times I can't do certain things because of my condition. And they are all really good at not expecting a lot. I know that sounds really weird, but it's one of those things that, because essentially I can only do what I can do when my body lets me, the darn thing that it is, it's one of those things that it's an ongoing issue where if I'm, say for example, if I'm an author and I can't live stream, I can't record, I can't write because I can't sit. I know that sounds weird, but when I'm in auto paint, the only thing that helps is lying down. So a perfect example is on Thursday, we went out for an early celebration for my husband's birthday. with his parents. We went to a big shopping centre here in York, and we went there, and we had a walk round. I bought a new friend who's actually sat watching me. He's literally sat right there. I'll show you later. And the entire we got back for about 5 o'clock because we did shopping straight after, and then we got back. Luckily, I wasn't live streaming until later on Friday night, so I got literally all Thursday night and a vast majority of Friday to actually get my back to relax, so I could live stream for like half an hour. And then after live streaming a promo, and then that were it. I was done. Couldn't do anything else. And then managed to relax a bit on Saturday, despite having friends over. We had friends over, which was great. Came to bed, relaxed all day yesterday, except for a live stream last night, and then I'm live streaming on here tonight. Also, another thing that seems to have helped with the live streaming has been we got a free upgrade on our internet. We went from 70 to 100, which was pretty good. But Virgin's always been really good with us. We've not long since got a new set-top box, because our other one was like 10 years old. It was working fine up until about a couple of months ago, and then it just started sticking, and we were like, right, we got to the point where it was like, we tried a new remote, so I knew it wasn't the remote, so it was like, right, okay, we're going to have to figure this out, type of thing. And we figured it out, and it's like, right, yeah, we need a new box. So I rung up and said, oh yeah, we'll get somebody in to do it. So that happened. We've not long since got a new router, because our router was acting up. And I said, we recently got a free upgrade on the internet, which seems to have helped with live streaming, both here and on YouTube. So that's good. I know you now has pretty low internet usage for live streaming. I know Twitch and YouTube it's higher because you're using separate software. B, there's a lot of other stuff going on and all that. So yes, there's a lot going on. IRL, like I say, got another book signing planned, which I also have to sort out the speech, the talk beforehand with questions, so that should be fun. And then there's lots of other stuff going on. We have a lot of family stuff going on this year as well. And then my best friend's got a big birthday this year as well. So lots going on. It's pretty good that my best friend and her daughter are absolutely awesome. Her daughter is a couple of years younger than me, but the three of us have a lot in common, which is pretty good. So we have a really, we have a good connection between the three of us. And my best friend is probably one of my biggest fans when it comes to my books, which is pretty cool. I think she owns all of them now, and I can pretty much guarantee when the next one comes out, she'll order it straight away because that's what she's like. But I know she'll review it as soon as she's ordered it because she's, like I said, she's got it now to beta read to let me know if there's anything I need to change or if there's any bits that go a bit too slow, type of thing. So there's a few twists in this one. I like doing that. I like putting really, really sick and twisted twists in my book. My husband calls me sick and twisted. Hey, I watched my first horror film when I was 8 years old. What do you expect? And I'm not talking something like Friday the 13th to Halloween. I'm talking Hellraiser 2. So it's like, you know, all the joy, type of thing. It's fun. But yeah, I'm not going to be staying on too long tonight because I have recording to do tomorrow. So I've got research and notes to do tonight for the videos tomorrow. One of them is a short video. It's a continuation of a long series that I've been doing that I really, really, really do want to see the end of. But we shall see. And the other one is about. Hello. Hello. Are you Spanish or Mexican? Are you speaking Spanish? I wish I could speak Spanish. I really do. When I was at school, it was either a choice between French or Spanish. I really wanted to learn Spanish, but they wouldn't let me. They said no, you to learn French. So I was like, was not happy. Was not happy. Ah, you're from Peru. I'm from the UK. I'm from a city in the UK called York, up in the northeast. I'm British. I just don't talk like most British. Well, I talk like a common British person, not like Tom Hiddleston, who's like upper class. So he went to the same school as Prince William. So a very, 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 very expensive school. Oh, that is flipped over. Why is that flipped over? I'm a writer. I am knitting. I am knitting a sock. It's black, grey, purple, and white. But yes, I am a writer by trade. I write horror stories, paranormal thrillers type thing. Because my normal job, my body will no longer let me do. So I do a lot of creative stuff, shall we say. I like being creative, it's fun. I like being very creative. I draw as well. Don't worry about it, honestly. English is not an easy language to understand. Come on, we have words that are spelt different, mean the different things, but sound the same. So I completely understand don't worry, English isn't an easy language to learn. I'm not really sure, but I think Spanish is the most spoken language on the planet. I think it's the top three are Spanish, Chinese, and English, if I remember rightly. Like I say, I wanted to learn Spanish. I wasn't allowed to though, because my school sucked. But yes, I wish. I really, really wish. But no, I wasn't allowed to learn Spanish at school. I have Spanish ancestry. My hair is pretty much jet black. My skin's white because it's winter, but usually in summer it's like. Trying to think of the right colour. No, let's just put it this way: I'm extremely tanned. I'd show you a picture, but it doesn't. There's not just me in the picture, and I don't want to blast them on the internet. But yeah, I went to Greece once, and when I come back, I looked like I was a piece of varnish wood. I was very, very tanned. Um, so yeah, I do have Spanish ancestry. I just wish I'd been able to learn Spanish at school, but I wasn't. It sucks. I know it's in South America if I remember rightly. I think. I think it's one of the Spanish-speaking countries in South America. But I think that's pretty much it that I know about, because in England, when we're at school, we generally get taught about Europe. I'm going to look that up. Copy. Paste. Maps. Machu Picchu. Inca ruins. Ah, you're not far from the Inca ruins. Ah. Machu Picchu tours. Yes. So yeah, it's definitely South America. Near Bolivia, Brazil, Ecuador, and Colombia. Ah. Yeah. No, I wish I knew a lot about. I wish I knew a lot about America, or South America for that matter. It's definitely some place I want to visit at some point. Ah. It's definitely somewhere I definitely want to go. Ah, that's the Inca city. Ah. Yeah, I know. Um, I've learned a lot about mythology and stuff, so I have books on mythology which go into Incas, Mayans, and Egyptians, Greek, Romans, and the Norse gods as well. The Norse gods like Thor and Odin and all that. So, but yeah, that because I'd love to visit the Inca city and the Mayan ruins and places like that. Though, from what I understand, they're not really disability friendly, but never mind. No, I wish I did. Here in York, the main foods we have that aren't English are Indian, Cantonese, Chinese, and Japanese. Because we don't have a high Spanish or Latin America population. I have friends in Spain, well, family in Spain, but they have different foods from you guys. So it's no, I wish I did. Um, oh, I know what ceviche is. I just can't eat it. I know what ceviche is. That's fish cured with like lime and lemon juice, isn't it? I can't have that. I'm allergic to lemon juice, so I'm allergic to citrus, so I can't have it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I just can't have it, which sucks. It absolutely sucks. Food allergies suck. All my friends laugh at me. It's like, oh, we'll go eat a bugger. Simone's allergic to that. Yep. It's definitely a source of amusement with my friends. 12 students at your university. You're students of English. Ah. Yeah, English, like I say, English is not an easy language to learn at all. Where the hell we got different words that pronounce the same that mean different things? I have no idea. And considering the base language of Spanish and English, base language of Spanish and English is the same language, which is Latin. You'd think they'd have more in common, but no. English is a very complicated language, which I understand. because you've got there, and there, where, and where. You, your, and your. And it's like you have half the time when you're listening to people speak, it's like you have to take context of the whole conversation for you. So if you don't understand English very well, to figure out which one of the words that they're saying. Like, if you say, I'm from over there, you know that they're not going to be talking about there as in possession. It's there as in the location. So it's like, bugger off. The worst thing is, though, because I speak British English, there's words that I say that Americans don't say. Like, bugger off is a very British thing, unfortunately. What else is said that's very British? Bloody hell is another one that we say a lot of. Sodding hell is another one. We have weird sayings over here in the UK, trust me. Don't even get me started on British food. Bangers and mash, which is basically sausages and mashed potatoes. My husband's favourite food. What else? Then there's the fact that we have words, two words that can mean the same thing. For example, you have sarcastic, and what's the other word? For God's sake, I've forgotten the other word. Our English teacher is a native speaker, but he told us maybe you could practice your English in TV Twitch. That's not a bad idea. There's me, and I'll tell you who else would be a good person to follow. She's called Kiki Buns. She plays games, and she's a friend of mine. She does games, and she's in the same neck of the woods that I am. She's from, because I live in the northeast, but I'm from the northwest. So we're from the same neck of the woods. She's another good person. But we have words, two words that mean the same thing. One's a lot easier to say and understand than the other one. And it's weird. The English language is very weird. Like I say, to consider that English and Spanish have the same basic language, the same origins, which is Latin, you would imagine that it is a lot easier to speak both languages. But it isn't. It's like, sorry. Previously on Twitch, I had somebody come in and they were speaking Spanish. But luckily, because I don't know whether it's just my brain, but I could twig that some of the language, some of the words I could slightly understand, because my favourite food, very British, which is fish and chips, which is chips, which are in America are called fries, but they're not like this thing, they're like this thick, and they are fish which is battered in usually beer batter, which is flour, salt, pepper, and beer, and then you fry it in oil. That's one of my favourites. Another one is roast beef. Very British. I know, very British is roast beef. What else? Pasta. I like pasta. Just trying to think. What else is there? Chocolate. Love chocolate. Roses is a type of chocolate that's made by Cadbury's. So, favorite TV program: Supernatural with Dean and Sam. It's an American program. It's about two brothers that go hunting demons and ghosts and things. That is a really good program. Yeah, Supernatural. Yeah. It's by CW, I think. And over here we get it You can get it on Netflix. You can get it on Living, I think, or Fox here. But yeah, that's a good program. Yes, yes, I am. Because the people in it is Jensen Eccles and Jared Padalecki. I will get you the poster. Nope, no. Super. Images. No. I'll just quickly do this. File share. That's the poster. So, back to there. Over. And it's a really good program. It's like they hunt things like demons, vampires, ghosties. I think there was series 30s. Yes, it is. It is. It is an amazing program. Absolutely gorgeous. I love Jared. My friend actually bought me one of his T-shirts for my birthday a couple of years ago. The Always Keep Fighting T-shirts, and I also have a Supernatural T-shirt. Oh, I'll tell you who else is somebody who's good to watch, and he has one of the. He doesn't do Twitch, I don't think, but he does a lot of YouTube, which is. Although I don't think my name is Simon. I don't think your teacher would very much like it because he does swear a lot, which is Markiplier. He is funny. My name is Simon. It's a French name. I blame my mum for that. It's yes, Simone. Yeah, there are different ways of spelling it, but that's the way I've spelt it all my life. So it's like people say, is that the easy way of spelling it? Yeah. Simon. Or the other way I say it is Simon with an E on. Worst thing is I have a stepbrother called Simon. But luckily we have different last names. So. But yes. But yeah, you would think that with English and Spanish having the same base language. You are quite welcome, my dear. You're quite welcome. I hope I have been some use. I'm coming off soon anyway, so have fun. Hi to the class. Have fun. And hopefully I'll see you again. Oh, ah. I have a husband. I've been married for 6 years this year. I have a husband, bless him. He's at work. He works nights. Because it is 12:15 here in the UK. Eh, eh, doing things. Thank you very much, my dear. Right, guys. Catch you later. Bye.